everyone, I'm Chuck Gordner from Moneyman4438, and I'm here today to talk about my all-in-one trading journal version 9.15. I started building this trading journal in September of 2019. I'm not a professional, but I am anal, I am a perfectionist, and I do know how to make things work, as you can see from this trading journal. We're on the dashboard right now. You can choose to look at what you want to view simply by inputting the start date and the end date. That will change your history and make everything. Let's try a different date here. Okay, so everything changes based on the date. You can view it. It's got a lot of different graphs to look at. It gives you a total number of trades is basically your stats over here to the right. The next page here is your trading journal. I've named mine Ameritrade because that's where I have my stock trading taking place. In this trading journal, it lets you keep track of just about everything that you would like to have in your trading journal. You enter your trades by double clicking anywhere in here and opening up an entry journal trading box where you put in the stuff, the statistics I should say, that you want to have in your journal. If you're doing a new trade, you would reset this. That lets you put in the new trading history. If you're doing a trade that hasn't closed yet, then you would put in your exit date, your stop loss price if you got stopped out, or your exit price if you attained your target price. Then you would click update and it would update your information. If you have a line in here, you're not going to be able to access the table rows to delete or insert a line. That all takes place inside the trading journal. You can delete that line and you enter new lines, as I said, by clicking the reset button, entering your statistic, and clicking new. There's a similar journal for bottom of the barrel, which is penny stocks. You're going to see it labeled as penny stocks in the trial version. I call mine the bottom of the barrel. Here again, we're putting in the statistics. It's a more scaled back version because there's a lot of things you don't need to have in here with a penny stock journal, because if you're like me, you're just buying them at the very bottom and waiting for them to grow enough that you can take profit. There's a similar, I'm going to go back there. You also enter trades in this journal. They're all color coded based on the code at the top. Right here, just like Ameritrade was red or orange, simulator is purple, and adding simulator is purple in the entry journal. The simulator is where you would use paper money in Ameritrade or any of your other type trading platforms that offer it. I have a risk-reward calculator. The risk-reward calculator is designed so that you can determine how many shares you can buy. If at $1 you wanted to have a 10% stop or a 10-cent stop loss, then it's automatically going to calculate how much your stop loss is, tell you how many shares you can buy, put in the symbol X, Y, Z, and then click on this button right here, calculate risk reward. It will tell you when to get out. at 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, or 3R. Now you can use this information to go over to your trading journal, double click anywhere and reset it. Now you can go in and input those statistics. You'll get as far as putting in you put the entry date in, you put the entry signal in, you put the time frame you got in, what stock it was, is it a long or short stock, how much the entry price was, did you pay a purchase fee, and then what is your risk? My risk is always $10 until I learn enough about trading that I want to move it up. And your management fee, your exit management. I do 2R all or nothing. You can do any of these strategies for yourself. Then at the end, when you're done and your trade is closed out, you'll put in the entry date, or the exit date, whether it was a stop loss price or a target price, and did you follow your plan. All of those statistics are going to allow you to then come here to your back testing page and review what your winning strategy should be. When did you make your most money in these start dates? When did you make the most money during your entry signal, or lost the most money? All of this back testing is necessary to kind of hone in on when the best trading time is for you. Over here on the right, or excuse me, on the left, you can change these to match your signals so that when you actually go into the entry form, you'll see the entry signals you want. These are the entry signals I want. You're also able to change your exit management strategies. So this back testing page is very valuable. There's a lot of work here and all these formulas necessary to make this run. Once again, you can test the back testing. You can test, the back testing report on individual dates also. You could change that to 9/6/2019, and it'll bring in all the history up until 1/27, and now is 2/25. If you're putting a date in that is not in your current year, then you're going to have to type the date out with the month, the day, and the actual year. If you're putting the date in with the current year, you only have to type in the day and the month, or the month and the day. But all of these statistics tell me that I won the most money trading from 9:30 to 9:49. I lost the most money in pre-market from 4 in the morning until 9:29 before the market opened. Where did I win the most money? I won the most money on my buy setups. I lost the most money doing pre-market. I'm working on a risk-reward history. It will let you pull up your history from the risk-reward calculator based on a time frame. Inside the risk-reward history, you're able to come and click on the stock symbol and choose the actual stock that you want to look at. So that if you looked at it back in November of 2020, but you're thinking about getting it now, what's changed? Then you just go back and you can get all of your history back. In order to, if you put the wrong information in here and you want to delete a row, then you would right click over here and you're going to be able to delete that row. If I insert a row, then I could right click and delete that row. So subsequently, if you didn't put any history in for a specific stock that you looked at and you want to recreate it back on January 4th, you're going to just come in and insert a row. Now you can put in your information, 1, 4, and so on across the board. There's an intrinsic value calculator here. This lets you find out what the intrinsic value is of a particular stock that you want to use as a core stock. You're also able to save your history here, X, Y, Z. It puts in the current date, today's date. You put in all of the statistics. It calculates everything for you. Every time you input the necessary information, these statistics get calculated down to the point where you actually know what the intrinsic value of that stock is. You can choose the stock or the currency data that you're looking for right here. You've got a discount rate that you can put in here. All of this is explained in the video to see how to use this calculator. You'll also have a back testing page for your penny stocks. There's a monthly analysis calculator here that lets you see your statistics by the year. You have a range report. Lets you, again, by the actual start date and end date, click and get a report that comes up. You can do a win-loss comparison report. This is pretty much only used when you're doing 1R, all or nothing, 1.5, 2, 2.5, or 3R, all or nothing. You can see what your profit would have been if you followed your plan versus your actual profit and loss, where you might have got out before you reached your 2R. You didn't follow through, in other words. It's very important to read the instructions so that you don't put the wrong date in. If you get the wrong date, you're going to get an error, and then just click end, and it will allow you to go back and put the right date in. There are more sheets here at the bottom. You have patterns that you can look at. You have checklists and rules to do. There are withdrawal tables that let you see when you withdrew money from your portfolio. There's a workspace to go in and just do what's necessary to average out a stock. I've got a section here for my crypto, and I built another sheet which you're capable of doing on your own, where I just put in my gold that I've got in my safe so that I can sell it. I know how much it's worth. This jewelry based on its weight. And all these don't come with your trading journal, just the sheets that are to the left of crypto. This is a TTM Wave cheat sheet that lets you see the colors and what to expect with that cheat sheet. There's a lot in this journal. When I was building the journal, I was looking for one to use before I built it, and I found that a lot of places want $19.99 a month to get a basic journal, which is pretty much just this journal, that you enter in everything in the line. You don't actually have the entry form. Then to get everything, midway was $29 to $39.99 a month. And then to get a pro version, a lot like this, that really didn't have it all, just it was called a pro version, was $49.99 a month. I sell this trading journal for $97.48 all in. You use the trading journal for 45 days, inputting your history. If you decide you like it, when the journal expires, because it is on a timer, you have the option to purchase the journal for $97.98 using PayPal. So it's $97.98 plus fees. I do not absorb the fees from the $97.48. And if you didn't send the $97.48 plus fees and there's still an amount left, I will not relinquish the code necessary to get into the encrypted file to give you full access until I get the remainder of the money. $97.48 all in, a one-time fee, as opposed to $49.99 a month like other companies want to charge to get a journal like this. The journal has descriptions. Maybe I took the descriptions out. Actually, they're here. All across the top are descriptions to tell you what the columns are for. I know I'm jumping around in through here, but that's okay. Here on the risk reward calculator, if you go down through the left side, you can see what these are about. If you like my journal, I suggest that you download it from the description below. It will take you to the Google Drive where you'll download the trial version, and you'll be able to start working in the journal for yourself. Now, if you like what I have to offer, I have a lot more in my actual YouTube channel, but you get the journal itself from my Facebook group in the files section. Where did that go? More files. And then you would just download the link in the Facebook group. Now the Facebook group is Moneyman 4438 Marketing, Trading to Gain Financial Freedom. My YouTube channel has a lot of different things on it that I've done or tried through the course of the years. And as I gained knowledge from these videos, I've saved them to my channel and made videos of my own as well. One of the things you might like if you're into internet marketing is an internet marketing where it teaches you what to do internet marketing. With all this being said, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Facebook group, all of which are going to be in the description at the bottom of this video. And with all that being said, we hope to see you on the money train.